Hello, this is FG back with EU4 Anbennar. Today we are playing as Aemion because their mission tree got updated, as well as the religion. We now have a whole new system where we get bonuses if we have enough provinces following our chosen creed type thing. We put down holy orders. Alright, so Lascaris gripped the side of the boat as it sailed into the port. The city of Kimin Lascaris grew closer, and Taychend with it. 6 years of war, 4 years of peace, and he had already transformed his strip of Taychend into something greater. But he'd seized the great ruins of Kalnuth. They defeated the Rump Gophirans at Boothkindia. But there was just so much more to be done. He had learned how to conquer Taychend, now he just needed to do it. He closed his eyes and took a deep breath. For a moment, he recalled his childhood. A Barban father he never knew, a Keonii mother ashamed of his existence, destitute and dissolute. Then he remembered his travels to Taychend as a young man. Saw in his mind eyes a Taychend in bloom, the river barges sailing on the still water, the children at play in the furrowed fields, the passion and the beauty of their people. Then he remembered a Taychend at war, the devastation, the senseless war and violence, the burned villages and the charred bodies. He knew Taychend, he knew its terrible faults and boundless glory, and he left knowing his purpose. Lascaris, Caradinus Arpadan, his second-in-command, called from behind. I brought a report from that Nightblade Lycos. Imerchand looks weak. Lascaris nodded as he took it in his hand, skimmed it, passed it back. I'll make my decision when we reach shore. Arpadan nodded back, turned his heel and left. Lascaris had help. He had Caradinus fighting by his side. Erythenes and his wife, Devathene, holding the fort in Aemion, loyal supporters like Lycos. And he had his soldiers, his comrades, those whom he shared so much pain and pride. He had an entire nation at his back, and yet 15 years stood between him and death, almost 16 with luck. The skeletal form of the Fate Weaver of Cordoman had given him more than a prophecy, it had given him certainty. And through certainty, immortality. The clock ticked. He had 15 years to expand his domains, 15 years to build a state that lasts, and 15 years to fulfill his destiny. We, of course, get Lascaris as our general. And Barban. Where's the Barban? Rival Dagakion, and we want to improve relations with Daon. I have already set about building a bunch of troops. We have the admin advisor down. Can't do that just yet. To take that off. I need to improve relations with them. And we're going to declare war for this. There we are. Taking out some loans is fine. sieges. Do I need to take this other stuff anytime soon? No, I don't need to take the other stuff. I'll take money or reps. Yeah, there we are. Alright. Let the conquest begin. Alright. And then we can take... Collapse the Ezundar. Before our arrival, another conqueror was making waves in the west, and the Garandi Zarenslar the Ravager tore through the regions at the head of of Zanamera, his army smashing all before him. A few of his bands even reached as far as the walls of Aemion itself. Thankfully for us, he is old, weak, in his final years on this plane. If his rumors are anything to go by, his son will not be the great general his father was. Still, Zanarmeer is a major threat to our ambitions in Taychend and must be eliminated. We have sent out envoys to Ezukar's rivals, Ormund and Rakabutai, who will gladly submit themselves to our new order in exchange for the destruction of their hated enemies. All we must do is march west and defeat the riders of Zanarmeer in battle. Alright. For 800 years, the Taychendi have known Aemion as a solid, stable trading partner, the go-between with the wealth of the West. The seizure of Nakori by Lascaris came as a surprise. When Lascaris slew the Gophiran king Dalakar III at Bukathina, it came as a terrible shock. The Kionii were coming to invade, like the Chendaeans before them. But Aemion is not like the Chendaeans. As the Chendaean hordes of Zamarera lie shattered beneath Lascaris' advance, a wall of Ambin pikes setting their jaguars to slaughter, the people of Garadi seem to have realized that. Rakabutai, whose sacred mission is to defend the steppes against the Chendaeans, recognizing good work done, and recognizes Lascaris has proven himself exceptionally capable of defeating them. And then there is Orvamond. If Aemion ever had a friend in Taychend, it would be them. It was with and Vandian aid that Aemion once seized Cosfion and Pridar, and it would be alongside Ormvan that Aemion would make its first abortive and disastrous foray into Taychendi politics in the midst of the wars with Gophira. But their partnership has endured, and the Ambin ambassador, the former general Serendorus Radios, happens to have ingratiated himself with Queen Vishamathi the third. His son with her is half Kionii. Is it any wonder, then, that both have decided to come to join Aemion willingly? In a stroke of diplomatic genius, and with a little help from his ally in Aemion, Eorenthes Gakanis, Lascaris has brought both Taychendi cities into his great project, the first of many to come. Right. So we get all of that. Alrighty. Let's pay off that. We want to keep. I want to go ahead and get 100 relations. A little bit longer. And the bodyguard. Yeah. Lascaris is a bit of an autocrat. Kind of. Alright, we are going to declare war. Let's go with Emerchant. army career, 15 army tradition. Alright. Easy war. New threats on the seas. The Cleve Sea is not safe. Alright. Much longer till this truce is up. 2 more years. Parallel authority. Right. How much war score is this area? Province. Yeah, I could definitely annex all of that. Truce-wise. Where is my truce map mode? Got a bunch with them. Also, I can get 4 more phalanx. I'm gonna take these 2 provinces. And from these guys, we're just gonna take... I guess nothing, actually. Seems good. Alright. Been good so far. Manpower's looking fine. Yeah, let them get in a coalition. No, I don't care about the precursor sites right now. Essence of governance. Lascaris and Caradensis Arpadan were discussing military matters when an albino Keunii sauntered into the tent. Iranthus Gacones, late as always, took a seat beside Caradensis like he owned the place. Long time no see, fellow Elastes. Finally decided to grace us with your presence, Lascaris teased, grinning. Caradensis scoffed. Well, the albino Keunii chuckled, clasping his hands together. Shall we start? The reason I'm here in Taychend instead of walking the halls of power back in Aemion and schmoozing with your beautiful, neglected, cheated on Ormbaman hustler of a wife is that I've come up with a bit of what I call legal brilliance. You want to bring Keunii-style cities to Taychend, but you want to keep Conquest Aemion's conquest, right? Well, under these proposals, the new Taychendi provinces, the Paida, they'll be legislatively autonomous, but their elected governors will be hooked in right to your office. You like them. They'll be confirmed by Syncletos, too. You don't? You get to appoint one yourself. Caradensis cut in, and these governors are a strictly civilian role. Eligible provincials will be conscripted straight into the state military, so civilization for the people on the ground. But the Kite class, Aemion, and the army still in a position to dominate. There are a few preparatory questions, though. Earthenses passed on some papers, things I want your opinion on. Lascaris skimmed the documents. There were proposals for new military governors, and ways the eventual new provinces could be tweaked to his liking. For a moment he grimaced. The ability to effect such change with a single pen stroke felt like the power of a warlord, not a Kite class. But he pushed the concern aside. Authority was the essence of governance, after all. And the decision he made today might define governance for quite a while. Alright, Lascaris picked up the quill. Let's focus on appointing enlightened governors. Alrighty. And we can put this up. Missionary strength. Alright. Lands of the Gopatri. Our foothold has been established, but there is much more to be done. To the west lies Emerchand, a kingdom populated by nobles that claim direct descent from slaver nobles of old. A kingdom at the edge of Sardahu Desert. A kingdom centered around the fertile lands that hug the Gopatri River, and a kingdom ruled by fools. Most importantly, our new subjects in Kotrun desire their lands. Let us march west and finish them off, and appease Kotreni at the same time. Alright. Typically, I think that is where you would get your first culture, or the new culture province. Alright. The West secure, and now we must begin preparations for the Eastern campaigns. The realms we thrashed years ago to secure our foothold in Taychend have been preparing for the continuation of our conquest. It's time we finish them and march onwards, for our destiny lies in Nikiara. Alright, so he gets siege ability, assault fort ability. Let me wait until the last possible moment. The truce is up. 12. Far from ideal. Alright. I care about conversions. Sure. I'll just only convert here, though. Let's... Yampidir. There's a lot of young deer. Alright. Aim off. Alright. Take that. And now we have claims on a whole bunch of stuff. Alright, coalition-wise, no one cares. Oh, they do care, but they just... I don't know what to do, given that we have tech, and we also have a pretty enormous army, given how early in the game it is. Played as Eltacan before. It's a pretty fun nation. Very rough start, though. Yeah, we're gonna be taking out loans. Damn, our advisor passed. Tierson. Yes, yes. Yes. Alright, come on. Off to war we go. And I should probably tell my vassals to focus on sieging. I am going to deal with as many armies as I can. I'm going to continue to pour stuff. Next initiative. Go ahead and deal with that. You don't need all of these provinces, we just need 30 of them. Take attack. I'm actually going to take some of these guys off. Give them to this guy. That. Do that eventually. Declared. They vassalized these guys. Now we're at war with them. Hopefully that should have, yeah, a smaller garrison. Now... Right... I'm gonna go ahead and grab all of those provinces. Alrighty. Only 50 ducats, which is unfortunate. Their war. Yeah, why not? Might as well. Oops. Sorry, accidentally tabbed out for a moment. It happens fairly often. Alright. I just want money. Yeah, we definitely want that. Also have a government reform, which is nice. Yeah. Will of the Gods. Oscaris was looking out over Umfraga when Jahiros Lycos found him. Even a decade after he'd taken it, the grandeur of the ruins amazed him. A vast expanse of blackened stone buildings. One could easily mistake it for the ruins of the precursor. But at the close of the Glophiran Empire, it had been systematically sacked, its people killed or enslaved. If they could accomplish this, how could we possibly call them barbarians? The Taychendi accomplished this exactly as Caradensis Arpiden had a decade earlier, and the Taychendis tore it all down. The answer had never quite sat right with him, though. They just need correction, that's all. For 10 years, Jahiros had served him faithfully, the greatest Nightblade and rogue alive. The elf had even married the Conqueror's daughter. Correction? Is that what you called what Sinkeltos wants to do? The Lycos had views the Keonii weren't supposed to have, views for which Lascaris had tried his hardest to hide his sympathies. I've read the reports from Orsconcion. Irthentos wants to abolish temple privileges in the process, start seizing their lands. Lascaris had turned to his son-in-law, his face a mask. What do you think Keonii rule means? It's a key part of establishing control, order, saving Taychend from itself. Lyco scowled. You've traveled Taychend as much as I, and you've seen the festivals, the sacrifice, the games. If we start soon, Taychend you love will be gone. You won't save it, you'll destroy it, and... He lowered his voice to a whisper. What do you think the gods will think of that? The gods who gave you that prophecy, the gods who rendered you immortal. Lascaris turned away as irrational thoughts assaulted him. As years of doubt and inner struggle resurfaced, finally he spoke. The temples will be protected. I'm gonna be playing good guy, Lascaris. These guys cannot piece them out yet. We'll need to go fight them. Although they're actually down here, so going up north doesn't really do much. No. Easy. Chords. Alright, I do not care about precursor stuff. No, these guys are better. I love the Lascarin's failings. Alright. And we do that. Now, larger. Oh, sorry. Cough for a moment there. Alright. We can go this, that, and that. Now we're at 120% overextension. That should be going down soon. Damn. Alright. We are still under 100% overextension. Which is excellent, obviously. Alright, so for these guys... see how much I can conquer while Lascaris is still alive. Taychend will be united. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Let's just take that. I don't want to do that until I am done. What year does he die? 69. Right. I don't have too much time left. You know what? We will literally just take money, more reps, and then come over here. Yeah, I won't take anything from you. That. Right. Alrighty. Again, we should be going under 100% overextension very soon. There we are. It's fine. Right. So Scarlet, what are they looking like? Tech 3, how many men? 20,000. Alright. Ooh boy. And then these guys need to go this way. Go retake the capital. Heated argument. Lascaris rushed in alongside his bodyguards, half-dressed. He could barely register what he was seeing at first. A bloodied, battered Jahirios Lyskos was being pinned on the ground by Caradensis Arpadan, who held a spear to his throat. There was another body on the floor, blood pooling. Philinus the Red, one of his guards. What is the meaning of this? Your wolf has gone rabid, Caradensis barked. The Kyklus has never seen him so angry. You should have heard him, Lascaris, talking like some delusional barbed fool. Philinus tried to talk sense into him, and the wolf killed him for it. Lycos laughed. Sense? You're an idiot, Arpadan. Look at the Keonii mud hut and call it civilized. Look at Taychendi palace and call it sab... Caradensis flipped the spear and rammed its butt into Lycos' stomach. The Nightblade sputtered blood. Insufferable mongrel. You fucked his daughter and you think you're invincible? You'll see. Enough! Lascaris surged forward, pushing Caradensis away. His old friend looked shocked, half betrayed. Is this how we win our legacy, squibbling over petty disagreements? He's a heretic, Lascaris, the old general spat. Everyone else is blind, but you and I know. We see the truth. Ha! Jahiros managed to chuckle through the pain. A heretic. Philinus said your subjects were fooled, that the Taychendi followed you like sheep to the slaughter. He said they're like children. They're stupid. They're savage. Is that what you believe, Lascaris? Is it really? Lascaris looked to a corpse on the floor, Philinus in his damn mouth, but he knew there was a million Amben who shared his view. Lascaris shook his head, grimaced. With a word, he could exile Lycos and potentially secure Ambin's superiority forever. But did he really want the Keonii to dominate Taychend, the Taychendi, and leave them in their shadow forever? Do we do something about him? Killed a man. Right outside my office. One, two, three. Yeah, let's get a few more. Alright. Eastern Campaign. When Lascaris held onto the shores of Taychend, Nagar, Bechi, Synthal, Ithan, Vasam, Tirsan, and Gofira all resisted. And at Bukathena, Lascaris cast them all aside, slaying the Gofiran king Dekalar in single combat. While our victory was great, all these states still stand to fight another day. It is only a matter of time before they join together in an attempt to drive us out. We must prepare faster than they can and push our advantage while we still hold it. When Lascaris landed in Akulnori, he began his attempt to conquer Taychend. Another storm was gathering in the north. Arenkar Kanavipar, the lost last scion of Urvan, demanded return to his city, expelled the and reclaimed his birthright. Within a few years, he had conquered all of Larenkar. But when Lascaris captured Kenothue and set the Rump Gofira to flight, Arenkar had lost everything again. A failed invasion of Narunakar and the resurgence of Inolor Marni nearly destroyed his kingdom, and yet he had clawed it all back. By the time Lascaris landed in Taychend once more, the rebellious and Larmi burned, and Arenkar was ready to renew his conquest as well. He's not called Arenkar the Defiant for nothing, and his kingdom will allow no state nor warlord nor foreign invaders to stand against them. With Amion's meteoric rise, Larenkar knows that if it does not cast us down, it will be engulfed in the fires of Keonii civilization. The war drums of Larenkar beat, and the riders of the north gallop south. Alright, we're gonna let that event time out by itself. Or not. Alright. This should be an easy war. Alright, Arpadan. Arpadan's my man. We also need to build a spy network. Oops, accidentally opened the console. Diplomatic insult, and that. We have a lot of siege ability. Which we get from professionalism and what have you. Alright. Loans are fine. We're growing rapidly. do I need to do anything for this? No, I just need a war score. Alright. I don't know what happens. Thank you, my fun little guys. Yeah, take back 5. Yeah. Alright, and we can take Collision of Destiny. As Lascaris landed in Taychend, another great conqueror began his campaigns in the north. Arenkar, king of Larnkara. The northern hero had his ups and downs, and for a time following his defeat outside Narnakar, it was... Alright, where was I? The northern hero has had his ups and downs, and for a time following his defeat outside Narnakar, it was believed his realm would collapse entirely, but he has proved nothing if not defiant. Lascaris knew his destiny would create a future for Aemion as a whole. But if that is to come to pass, we must face down this empire once and for all and break it. We will not fail him. Alright. Oh boy, this is gonna be a ton. And I mean a ton of aggressive expansion. Or not aggressive expansion, but overtension. I might not talk too much in the immediate future since I seem to have a cough. Spy network, about them anymore. I want to improve relations with my subjects. Or I can declare one of these guys and call them in. I'm actually just gonna let my beloved vassals siege down this stuff. These guys can protectorate in Aemion. Fate fulfilled. I'm gonna read this if you would like. They're expected to play a continued active role in Anbennar life and continue the Conqueror's family line, but not to continue his legacy. also like the Exiled Nightblade. Might try and... I'll replace them all. Alright, we'll get that right there. We'll put Missionary Strength right there. Missionary Strength right there. Missionary Strength right there. Yes, that's good. No. Also pay off my loan. So 3,000 over here. Also, probably need to get rid of some of these forts. We'll go one more general. Development. Yeah, it's okay to increase just that one time. Escape. Right. peasy. Alright. Need to put all of these on missionary strength. Play guitar. Alright, the Wolf's Gambit. You can read this if you are like. Lycos is stopped and flees the capital. What philosophy does this guy follow? Nope, still not the right one. I'll go with consolidation of power. Why not? Basically my motto for this campaign. So far as why not conquer more? Yeah, I didn't need to do that. I was going to develop it anyways. Heated debates. Take money. Etchate Lee. You can read this if you would like. Alright. Alright, nobility. Strong duchies. Bloody integration policy. Sucks. That's okay. He doesn't need to be Lascaris. Having a cat is nice, but sometimes I feel like this cat is too smart. what she's doing right now is she's annoyed that I'm not entertaining her. So she is currently trying to pull out wires from the back of my computer. It's quite amusing. If it, you know, wasn't, like, probably a little bit dangerous for her. Our siege ability, like, pretty good. 16%. Not as great as when Lascaris was alive, but, you know. Our blue Alexander the Great doesn't live forever. Ooh, he's a zealot. That's excellent. Let's pay the elite troops. Good. Alrighty. I leave. I think I left one city, or one province. Nah, that's fine. Would have been bad for me anyways. It gives me indigestion. I don't know how this cat knows the computer does what it does. Maybe she's just being a jerk. What if I instead take provinces like that? I need to be converting these guys. But that would require me getting technology, or, sorry, admin technology, which runs counter to every bone in my body. It's only 147% overextension. this guy as a leader. I don't think they're very happy that I conquered them. Something's kind of giving me that idea. Not sure what it is. Also need to leave that one, we leave that. Do I really want to leave that one? Probably shouldn't. Ooh, give me that admin. This amount of conquest is totally unnecessary. Didn't have a general that time. Oh well. Trouble on the home front. I want to know how long ago those guys sieged that down. Alright. Yes. Conversion is... Fort maintenance. Let's get rid of that fort. Oh, that's cool. Is there any gold? Yes, there is. I should probably take that. villages. Guess we will give them that. Relations. Yeah, and this is the half Aemion I think. Okay, we can do a marketplace. Also do a whole bunch more trade ships. We're okay right now. Let's consolidate our role a little bit. Needs us really bad. Just get the money right up. Let's give this guy a leader. So let me go talk with these guys. A good amount of money now. Alright. Finally making some actual money. Conversions, wonderful. probably worth focusing on. Get there for privileges. It's gonna help out a lot. Convert that. Creation is a slow process. And we'll get rid of that. These two. Why not? Alright, now we need to save up a bit of cash so we can go to school. Or not. That. Convert that. Improve relations. So Scars yeah, you can read this if you would like. We lost claims, but that's fine. I need to absorb all this land and convert it. We also need tech very badly. Administration is a slow process. Right. Now we can get this. You can read this if you would like. We can convert for a little while longer. Alright. Let's go with... do something weird. Yeah, let's go weird. Let's go plutocratic. National unrest. Stop them. Alright. Edict. Take that. All right. Claims. Right, we will get rid of the castle right there. Good. More conversions. Religious unity. Very strength. Religious unity. That. First contact. A prodigal brother's return. Alrighty. down those conversion times even a little bit more. Because currently that is our main issue, is simply the fact that a lot of these guys aren't converted. How many men do these guys have? 10,000, 11,000. Let's do 3 more. And money. Alright. I don't really care about they're not gonna be seeding that province. Right. Them as well. Forgot to do that. I'm just gonna peaceful scar us out. It's not worth it. I'm just gonna piece them out and come back later. Take this. How much? Yeah, might as well. Bolt of the Shadow. The adventurers. governors be? Ooh, he's just. That's pretty good. This guy's nearly as good as Lascaris it was. Nearly. He does have immediately starting with 6 admin, which is really nice. And then we can take this, we want reform progress, along with Lascaris the Conqueror. Alright. Medavar gather in their valley peacefully every once in a while to partake in the religious practices. If we were to attend one of these gatherings, we could use their banner. They would not submit voluntarily. We will teach them slowly and welcome them later as brothers. Yeah, I don't want to conquer anything else. Busy handling just Taychend. Although we've done a good job converting it. These guys need to protect trade in Aemion. Conversions. I really need to take this. 100 ducats. I can get 100 ducats. We're still great power? Yes, we are. We're still the #1 great power. It does look like the command exploded this game. Or, no, I got rid of the command. Never mind. Yeah. Alright, embrace the humble. The Devandi value their liberty highly, but as far as the average man is concerned, what matters most is their day-to-day life. We may win easy victories over their armies, but what will keep them from rising again shall be the efforts we take to improve their lives under our rule. There may be glory in raiding, but they shall learn the comforts of a well-tended field. Daeons. Trust to be 60. Alright, have enough of that. vast Aelcond. Aemion has grown as a Kaon significantly in recent years, fueled by the wealth of Taychend. In many ways, it has become superior to the so-called true Kaons of the West, and it is time we gain recognition for this. Bring representatives from Aelken to showcase our mighty capital will prove to them the Keonii lifestyle is attainable even beyond our home islands. So yet this. Is this the most developed province? Might be the most developed province. Yeah, I think it is actually. It's pretty cool. Alright. Can do establish borders. The first matter to settle is to secure the prosperity of the Etchate League is to ensure that we are all on the same page regarding the settling of the Andic Reach. The Kaons have long squabbled with each other for the coastline of the Devon, and we must ensure such petty disputes do not fracture us as it has them. As Keonii settlers push into the interior Devon, they compete not only with each other. Go to them and say that. Alright. Easy peasy. And we can get common military. Our friend in the Etchate League are useful to have as allies, but as Lascaris ruled our cities alone, they lack the military standards we have come to expect. We shall organize their armies to our standards, and in the process, take the opportunity to cross-reference tactics, mutually developing more effective methods of combat. Alright. That. They aren't our vassals yet. Won't be too long though. Trust. Yeah, we have good trust. Let us transfer trade power, improve relations, improve relations. Yeah, it's military. State. The Kaiquas of the West dream of a unified state. Those in Aelken seek to overthrow their peers and unite their island. Our ancestors in Devon dreamed of uniting the Neckis into a unified front free from the control of the homelands. Now we have built our own state, one that has weakened the barrier between the Keone, the Devende, and the Taychendi. There is work to be done before these segments of our society are united, but the foundations have been made for a state prime to rule all of these lands and to unite them into one identity. And that is done. We're going to call that. Also, I need to 3124 18 better administration. Yes. Alright, we are caught up on tech. This is definitely different. Alright. We are at 1 hour and 40 minutes, and I think I am going to end this episode here. We had a very successful run as Lascaris. We conquered basically everything we needed to. Now we basically just have 2 rump states left, and they are going to be way inferior to us militarily. Also, we have this little statelet here to deal with. The Sun Elves are coming, but we have all of the provinces we need nearly. After we grab these 2, there's no chance of anyone from the west coming in. Technologically, we are equal, actually surpassing them, and we're pretty much surpassing everyone else. We've had quite a string of good rulers. This guy is very competent as well. Actually do this. How can I not do... Okay, never mind then. Well, I am going to end this episode here. I want to thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and have a good day.